Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you so much. Yep.
I object,
okay.
Your Honor, to your presence after you dismissed the Secretary of State case because Mr. Dixon is the one who has the stolen petition and candidate signatures, which is treason. I filed those with the state. You dismissed the case.
Hold on for 1 second, Mr. Flynn. Let's just...
This is treason. Done. Done.
Hold on.
I went to the feds.
For the record.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Flynn, just hold on 1 second. So this is Flynn versus Dixon. Mr. Flynn is self-represented. It's his motion related to the denial of a fee waiver for reconsideration of that. Attorney Schultz is also here on the call representing Mr. Dixon. Mr. Flynn had also filed a case law request seeking to have this matter heard. Mr. Schultz filed an affidavit, which is number 136, which contests a certain element of that case flow request, specifically that there was consent to that Mr. Flynn had spoken to all parties about the filing of the case flow request and checked the box of consent. Attorney Schultz filed the affidavit 136, claiming that he was not contacted and did not consent to that. So that's what we're here about. It's your request for the hearing on the denial of the fee waiver and Attorney Schultz's notation and affidavit that the case flow request that was filed by you, Mr. Flynn, clicked off or checked off a box of consent that did not happen. So now let's pick it up, Mr. Flynn.
I've sent them hundreds of emails. Actually, I send them an email almost every day. So telling me I didn't notify them is absurd. Okay? That's number one. Number two, my net worth is minus $100 million probably because all the assets of my brokerage firm are missing because Judge Adams, your associate, is a partner at Kelly, Dry & Warren. They have 10 attorneys claiming to be my attorney. They've been cashing my stolen checks. They cashed 1,239 stolen checks that the Stanford Police Department has been investigating since September 30th, 2000. I qualify. I'm on Husky. My fee waivers don't get approved. I've never gotten discovery in 350 lawsuits. 350 lawsuits. I want the stolen documents that his client, Ken Dixon, stole that are election documents. I gave them 57,000 signatures, 962 missing signatures. They are felonies. His client stole them. They admitted to having them. Not only that, Your Honor, you are fully aware that Andrew Pritchard is alive. Hearst is claiming Andrew Pritchard's dead. Really? Why is that? Because the court is dead to Andrew Pritchard. The court is dead to Heather Lindsay. The court is dead to Sam Magliari. Any associate of Sam Magliari will not get a fair trial in the state of Connecticut, according to Judge Blauey's actual words. Randolph speaks about the ex parte communications between 7 judges. You're on the list. Kavanowski, Krimrich. You dismissed the election fraud case. Seitel is a Spanish company that is running the Connecticut election through German servers. Okay? I can prove that. I have all the documents. You guys are working together to deny every pro se litigator a single right. I have never gotten a single affidavit I have approved. I've never I scheduled 45 depositions in one case. Never heard. I sued Jim Himes. Where'd it go? Where'd the case go? I have over 200 cases missing from the court screen. Last week, I subpoenaed the Edison system to get your inter-office communications with a federal warrant. They denied the federal warrant. That is treason. I can't even describe how treasonous this is. I proved, okay, that Danbury, Connecticut hacked Pennsylvania. I proved Colchester, Connecticut hacked Oklahoma. Why? And I've been sending Ken Dixon the documents. He's a reporter for Hartford. He did a smear campaign on me. They blocked me from the ballot. They have the stolen signatures. You know Sam Magliari's alive. Ken Dixon wrote an article that the people who signed my petition are all dead. Okay? Yeah, dead to the court. Sam Magliari, as you know, has been falsely arrested 11 times. 11 times. The last 5, Judge McShane, I went to Sam's appearance. Judge McShane, who was transferred the case because of an ex parte communication that you were involved with Judge Randolph Blowy, Genario's involved. Excuse me. I have rights. I've never gotten discovery in a single case. I filed a case against 285 murderers, and it was dismissed. I filed the Stephen Barrier case. Kremrich is fully aware that the chief state's attorney took $1.5 million bribe. There's a $30 million bribe. Hearst knows all about it. Ken Dixon knows all about it. We already went down the Sandy Hook road. Blowy was the judge. Ken Dixon was the reporter. That was a FEMA mass shooting nightmare. I'm not saying people weren't killed. I'm saying it was planned, and Eric Holder wrote a check for $200 million to the state of Connecticut that all you guys, everybody covered up. Why'd they do the Alex Jones case in Connecticut? Because Billis is a criminal. I have a file on her. You can choke a horse with it. So I say, Mr. Clark, you committed treason when you dismissed my Kohler case, FSTCV 5027404-S. It's a fact, okay? I door-to-doored. I got signatures. I had a staff. I had an army. We got the signatures. Some of them are electronic, which is legal, by the way, in the state of Connecticut, because they changed the law in 2019 with Executive Order 7WW. And David Schultz has the stolen records. He stole. So here we go. Mr. David Schultz's affidavit in this case proves there's no chain of custody in the state of Connecticut for voter information. And by the way, I sent a subpoena to Scott Bates. He's involved with Schultz's client, Gabby Rosenberg. I have his testimony of lying that the state of Connecticut did not use the GEM system with LHS and no ink and poll books to change the votes. In Michigan and Wisconsin, I have all the data. I gave it to the feds. They're coming soon. I'm telling you that. I've met with them numerous times, and this crap has to end where I don't get what I need, that I'm entitled to, which is this fee waiver, because Judge Adams stole $50 million from John J. Flynn through Kelly, Dry, and Warren, and then they sent a hitman to kill me. Sorry, my phone keeps ringing. I am saying that I've been working with the feds for a very long time, folks, and it's coming, okay? They're looking to put people away, and I gave them the evidence from the Ken Dixon case, who's working with the fired Ted Bromley. Ted Bromley was fired, Director of Elections. Okay? Ahern, fired. And you guys, Mr. Clark, you dismissed the case where the Secretary of State, Director of Elections, was fired for taking my 57,000 signatures and giving them to Ken Dixon. And this is a massive cover-up. It implicates election fraud in 20 other states. It's in the evidence of the case you dismissed. It's in the revised complaint, which nobody read. Are you really? I sued 640 Connecticut registrars and town clerks that held a meeting with Ken Dixon, and they lied, and they...
You just you muted yourself, I think, there, Mr. Flynn.
Oh, I didn't touch anything, sorry. Or maybe something happened. I apologize. I'm not mad at you, Mr. Clark, but hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm disabled.
Hold on a second, Mr. Flynn. I want to just check in specifically with Attorney Schultz with regard to the comment you made about having emailed him information related to your case law request.
Oh, hold on. Do you want to see how many times I've emailed this guy?
So I'm just asking Attorney Schultz if he received email communication from you about the case law request and whether that may constitute the logic for...
He has multiple emails. He has multiple emails.
Let's hear from Attorney Schultz. Hold on, Mr. Flynn. Attorney Schultz.
Yes, thank you, Judge. Mr. Flynn has 2 email addresses for me. I've received nothing from him on this case to either email address. I don't know where he's sending things, but I have received nothing. My representation of the court submitted in number 136 is accurate.
So, Mr. Flynn, I'm going to give you a chance to summarize and follow up and just stay focused on this case.
Did you check your spam?
This case, the fee waiver request. Why should that be overturned?
Because you are helping him by dismissing the largest election fraud hacking case in American history. They changed 10 million votes, and I have the data. And you should be disbarred. You have multiple habeas writs against. There's 20 habeas writs and habeas corpus against judges in the Stanford Superior Court. I'm not really involved in all that, except that, hold on a second. He didn't check his spam folder. Look on this machine. Did you check your spam folder, Mr. David Schultz? Yes or no? So answer the question before you check it. Before you check it. Did you check your spam folder?
You're saying you never got an email.
You want to see how many emails I sent this guy?
Sent to the hearing.
I'm going to show you. I don't know if you can see this. You want to share a screen? How many emails I've sent this guy?
No.
Oh.
I'm okay.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't. Open the screen sharing function.
They're on the fee request.
You had a duty because I'm on Husky. You can't deny me a fee waiver. Actually, it's worse than that. I already have some of the inter-office communications between the judges, okay? Someone on your staff sent them to me. I'm going to prove right now how many emails I sent to this guy. Sent. Here we go. D. Schultz. What's the Yale address? What's the Yale address? David?
Harry Schultz, do you want to give the email address that you have provided?
Yeah, and just for the record, I will note that I called Mr. Flynn after he didn't appear to be sure he had received notice of the... He asked email address. I gave it to
Yes, he did. He did. Thank you. But Jonathan Bubar doesn't send it to me. Jonathan Bubar, for a matter of fact, in the case you dismissed, I marked multiple motions more than 6 times. None of them were heard. I went to the courtroom on the date. Your door was locked. You were scheduled to hear the things, and you didn't open the door. I stood in the hall for an hour, about 5 times, went down to the clerk. Hey, this is in person, Judge Clark, 6th floor. I'm standing outside. Why aren't you hearing these cases? You never unlocked the door. And you didn't even require anyone from the Secretary of State's office. By the way, I don't know if you are aware of this, Your Honor.
Just stay focused on the fee waiver.
Yeah, hello. Heather Lindsay was threatened at gunpoint. Hold on a second.
Let you conclude.
Heather Lindsay was threatened at gunpoint on 5/30/2023. She was told that if we pursue this lawsuit, she will be shot in the head like her son was. I went to the Stamford Police. I went to the Norwalk Police. I went to the State Police. I went to the Hartford Police. And guess what? That was 40 days ago. So here we go. They are threatening witnesses in your case that you dismissed. She's a witness of mine. Guess who else was threatened with at gunpoint? Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Chris, hello.
Focus on the Dixon case.
No. Okay, yes, the Dixon case.
You're muted at the moment, so I think you pushed the button again.
A Dixon case, yes.
There you
The
go.
Hartford Courant, which is a public newspaper statewide, okay, is involved in the Stephen Barrier murder that I filed a lawsuit on that Judge Kremrich dismissed, just like you. I have the snuff video of them murdering that kid, and so does John Nickerson, who works with Ken Dixon, because when they got the autopsy back from the state, they said, Johnny, you're a liar. We have the autopsy. I said, oh yeah, does it say no bruising? They go, yeah. I go, okay, so tell me, where's his forehead? They scraped it right off the kid by dragging him on his head after they tasered him for an hour and a half in the driveway. And they murdered that kid. He's screaming and screaming, and the cops are saying, ha ha ha, I made him shit his pants. While they're killing him, they murdered him, and then 4 hours later, they restaged the body cam evidence with 21 actors. 21 cops showed up to restage the Norwalk Hour Stamford Advocate Hearst publications of a murder where the chief state's attorney...
Further on the fee waiver
Yeah. You can't deny it because I'm disabled, and that's the law.
So disable the Husky,
Correct.
the money being taken.
And you should be ashamed of yourself, because when the feds come, and they're coming, I'm told they're coming, you know, they may not come for another year. There's so much crap going on in the state of Connecticut. They may not come ever. There's so much crap going on in Washington, D.C. Okay, fine. You tell me, you just screw me, and you're very vocal between each other. After all, Judge Adams' law firm, Kelly Dry, robbed me. The guy who signed the checks works for Judge Adams. His name is Chris Parent. You're allowing my checkbook, my brokerage firm, my assets to be stolen. I have 2 foreclosures. Judge Tierney took my house, and these bastards stole 28 cash stolen mortgage checks. My house, my mortgage is not in my name. I'm on the title, not the mortgage. How can you take my house, which you did, 2 of them? Why, how can you take Heather Lindsay's house? She was raped by Dr. Ahuja. She was drugged. Her house was foreclosed upon. Yeah. Gennario heard the whole case. He allowed the police to destroy the evidence, A. B. Dr. Ahuja's brother, Michael Ahuja...
Okay, Mr. Flynn, we're...
Oh, no. Oh, wait. You guys are sitting, hold on his arrest record. Michael Ahuja
I
is...
believe I've got the information on the fee.
Oh, just a final comment. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, please.
10 seconds, go ahead.
Mike Ahuja is claiming he bought all you judges. And he has gotten arrested. He had $18 million in his trunk. And you guys are screwing me, Sam Magliari, Andrew Pritchard, Heather Lindsay, Chris Kelly. By the way, Chris Kelly got threatened by the same guy, Michael Ahuja. And Kavanowski ruled on his case multiple times. Chris Kelly's protection order was denied, and his affidavit went to the feds with this case. There's a reason why they want to kill him. And you know what? I fought a hitman that Judge Provader sent to kill me, who Chief of Police Larrabee sent to murder me. I fought him for 2.5 hours, and that's on the record too. I sent a case to Heller, same thing. I sent a case to Jacobs, same thing. What type of judge won't let a person play a 911 call? There are 31 911 calls. Your associates communicating with each other about how you want to screw Johnny Flynn, and it's all on tape, and it's in the Edison system, completely viewable, and it can't be erased. What's going on here? Go to jail, all of you. And it's not so funny, David, okay? Because you're implicated too. You knew Ted Bromley has my stolen petitions. Fact. It's in your affidavit. Fact.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Flynn. Appreciate the arguments. I'll rule on your...
So go ahead. I know you're going to screw me, so go ahead. Come and take my house.
Thank you, Mr. Flynn.
You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to get back to the other cases.
Yeah, I hope you get back before they arrest you and put you in jail for 1,000 years.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, I'm going to go back.
Well, I got it on tape. And it's public.